Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about a TMT2 camera, which is used for tracking temperature of people entering your business or building. Today's video is going to be about just the initial configuration to set this device up as a standalone device. Now, to configure the TMT2, you have to connect to it using a web browser, as it's an IP camera. The default IP address is 192.168.1.88. So if you're to connect it using your computer must be on the same subnet as the default IP address for the camera. If it's not, then you have to change your network settings so that you can connect to it. If you are unable to do that, an easy way of connecting to the device would be to use your computer and just put a straight through Ethernet cable and plug one end in your computer, one end in the camera. Then you have your own mini network, and then you would change your IP address on your computer to the same subnet, being 192.168.1. something, probably 89, not the same thing as the computer, as the camera. But beyond that, if you don't know what you're doing, you need to get somebody that knows what they're doing about IP address and networking. It's kind of beyond the scope of this video. So once you've gone ahead and got connected, you can go ahead and open the web browser. Using Internet Explorer, that's the supported browser with this device. You can use other browsers, but not all functions work. Some of them don't work, so we use Internet Explorer. So once you got Internet Explorer open, you go to the URL bar and put in the IP address, 192.168.1.88. Go ahead and hit enter, and you brought up the login screen. The default user is admin, and the default password is also admin. So go ahead and just log in there. That brings us up to the system info page. And there's very few things you need to do in order to get this device up and running as a standalone temperature tracking camera. First thing you probably want to do is you want to change your username. So you go to user manage, and in there you see there's an admin user. I'm going to go ahead and change that to administrator and put in a new password. Obviously something's not right there. As you can see, it shows you the strength of the password. I've got a medium strength one there. It will not let you change the password to low strength. You have to do at least a medium strength. Click on save, and it changes it. Let's just double check. We'll go ahead and log out. Do admin. Login failed. That's my new user. Okay, once you change the user, if you would like, you can change the IP address of the device. If you're going to put it back on your LAN, you'd have to put the IP address of the subnet of your LAN. You would probably be given this IP address from the network administrator, or if that's you, then you already know what it is. And that way you could get to this device later on from your computer while it's still on your current local area network without having to directly connect to it. So that's just under the LAN tab. Just where you put in your IP address again, that probably somebody will give that to you if you don't know what you're doing. And then you click save there also. Now, the very few things that you need to do to make this device up and running as a temperature tracking camera is you just go to the FA black and alarm setting. And there are three things that you need to change. You notice here, by default, unit comes in Celsius. The temperature threshold is in Celsius, and the matching mode, the face detect is selected, so it's not currently tracking people coming in, tracking their temperature. It's just doing authenticating them, so if their face is in the database. So the first thing we'll do is go ahead and change it to Fahrenheit. Next thing, we change the temperature threshold to a Fahrenheit. 100.4 is the recommended temperature threshold by the CDC. And then the last thing you want to do is you change it from face detect to temperature detect. Once you do that, click on save. And that's all you need to do. Then if it's truly a standalone unit where it's not connected to a network, you can go ahead, disconnect it, go ahead and put it in place, and it would start tracking people coming into the business or the building. And when they look at the camera, it will look at the temperature. And if it's above 100.4, it will give them a warning. If not, it'll say that the temperature's okay and they can go on through. Now, there's many other things that this camera does do. It does access control also, but that's, again, not for this video. It's just for general configuration. Thanks for watching.